big question I started asking myself a year ago. I had been doing social media content for, I guess, 3 years off and on at this point, and I had the big thing in my mouth that most new content creators, or I guess people within the first 5 years, have. If you stick with it that long, most people quit within the first 6 months. They see they don't go viral in 6 months and they quit. Well, I was like, why is it not working? Why does everybody else have this and have that? Well, one of the things is I wasn't putting in enough consistent reps, and it was time, and it was process. And when you hear those words, I mean, even saying them now, it's just like, oh, time, process, boring. How do I go viral immediately? How do I get the Tesla and the cool cars, the cars, clothes, hoes, and all the good stuff? How do I get that quick? I don't know. I wasn't able to do it. I can let you in on a general game plan that works no matter what you're doing. Whether you're trying to move to the top in your business, your restaurant, your company that you're working for, or you're trying to achieve something grand, it doesn't matter. And that's effort. Now, we don't like hearing the words process, but if you go back and look at every person that and if I went back and looked at all the people that had the things that I said I wanted to have, but felt I didn't have at that point or didn't deserve, if I went back and looked at those people, they had a process. They went through a process. Now, it may have been some bumps and bruises in the road, but they had a process and consistent effort. They always, I guess the new term they say is getting reps in. And two questions that I couldn't answer honestly was, are you putting in enough reps? Or my word I like to use now, was I investing in the dream? And if I was or wasn't, if I was, how much were you investing in the dream? Now, notice I said off and on, okay? Off and on. A little bit here, a little bit there. Some days you don't shoot for a few weeks. Some days you don't show up to work for a few days. Some days you skip your classwork. Some days you don't go fill out that application that you need to. You skip by, it happens. And one day turns into two, and I'm gonna start on Monday. I'm gonna start next month. I'm gonna start when I get my check. I'm gonna start as soon as I get over this. And you never start. So the 10-month revelation I had like 10 months ago was asking myself those questions honestly. The off and on, had I been consistent? Had I been putting in enough reps? No, I hadn't put in enough work to get the stuff that I was looking at that somebody else had. Shouldn't have been looking at nothing that nobody else had, but I had not put in enough reps. And I was complaining why I haven't made it. It made me go back. I had a mentor tell me to go look at some of the people that I admired or wanted to be and go look at what they were doing currently, past, present, and future. I start to see that they went through a process. I start to see that they had more reps in the game. And in my case, content, these people got 1,000, 2,000. Some of them even had 3,000 videos. I couldn't believe it. And here I am with 36 videos wondering why I ain't blew up. Like this person that's got 1,600 videos. Why did that happen for me? Not enough reps. Because as you go put the reps through, you start to get better. You start to get comfortable. You start to relax. And we're sold on we're in a fast food society. We want it yesterday. People start creating content and 6 months later, they're not willing to do it, not willing to go any further with it. It didn't happen as fast. And people think that you can bypass the process so you don't have to put in any reps. This is not rocket science. It's just basically is that whatever you're doing, and this is a quick action plan for anybody, whatever you're doing, Ask yourself, is that where you want to be? If that's not where you want to be, write down, create on paper where you want to be. Now look at people that have that or that are doing that. The people that have that and that are doing that, what was their process? What is their history to get to where they at? What do you consistently see them doing? And go find 3, 4, 5 other people, because you'll start to consistently see that these folks are doing something that you're not doing. And whatever you start to notice the similarities that these people are that are at where you want to be at are doing, start to emulate and do it. Do those exact processes. And not the exact, I'm not saying you have to do the exact thing, but be aware that there's a process of getting from where you are to there, because there is distance. Legitimately, there's distance. And what is a common thing? And you're going, I mean, I can give you the a part of the spoiler. You're going to see consistency. I saw these content creators, they've been doing it for years. We just heard about them, oh, these last 2, 3 years they popped off, but you can go back 8, 9 years ago and see that these people were doing what you want to do. What were you doing 8 or 9 years ago? In the club, swag surfing, doing some dumb shit. So how can I, you know what I'm saying? But these things are not meant to beat ourselves up or tear ourselves or tear anybody else down. These are learning